Hi everyone, I'm Miranda from the Cherish Mum Space. How are you? Welcome back to my channel. It is so amazing to be able to be here with you guys and be able to talk all the stuff to do with parenting. Okay, so secure attachment parenting is what we are talking about today. I'm so excited to have you guys here. Let's get into it. Let's start talking about secure attachment and how you guys can start creating more and more secure attachment with your own children. Okay, starting early is always a good idea, isn't it? So we're going to be talking a little bit about how you can start doing that with your young kids and how you can continue it as they get older. Let's get into it. Okay, so first of all, what actually is secure attachment? Now, I have talked about this before, but secure attachment is all about helping your children understand, or in this case, helping your children understand that they are secure in your love and in your presence. Now, there's lots of different facets to do with this, but basically being secure is very, very important for everybody, right? Everyone needs security. Everyone needs to know that they are going to be treated well, that they're going to have their concerns listened to, and everything else that goes along with feeling secure. Okay, so how can we, what does that mean? So what does that even mean when we're talking about creating a secure attachment with our children? So I've been working on secure attachment with my kids for how old's my eldest? 9.5. So 9.5 years now, and I understand how it works. It's also very, very important as a teacher, which is what I was doing before I had my kids, right? So helping others feel secure around you in general is very, very helpful. As a parent, what you want your kids to be able to feel is that you are there for them. Now, I talk about this sort of stuff a lot on my channel, okay? So being there for your child is extremely important, but it's not just about being physically there. Equally, it's not just about being emotionally there. It's also not just about being sort of mentally entertaining and always there with them and being a helicopter parent. That's not necessarily creating a secure attachment either. So how do we go about this? How do we actually create a secure attachment, and how do we continue to do so? No one's perfect, let's just say, all right? But how do we continue to create that secure attachment for our children? Let's talk about a couple of scenarios. Okay, so your toddler, your 2-year-old is running around, going crazy. Okay, you've told them no, and they're just going nuts, and you don't know what to do about that. Okay, first of all, let's sit back and look at the scenario. They're actually having an emotional moment. Okay, sometimes that's really hard when you say no to your child. They can find it really, really hard. Okay, the thing that is not going to create secure attachment or not help with it is by you getting all angry and actually just blasting your child, yelling at your child. Now, hands up if you've been there. Yes, we've all been there. If you're a parent, you've probably been there, right? We don't want them to yell and scream and whatever when we tell them no. They're just little kids, but still they should know not to go crazy, right? Not necessarily. Okay, so secure attachment in that space is going, I know you're upset about that. It's okay to be upset about it. I'm not actually going to change my mind, but I'm here for a hug if you need me. I'm here with you, and that's okay. We're going to be okay. All right, giving your child that sense of it's going to be okay, I'm here. That doesn't mean you're giving in. It just means that you're going, I'm actually going to be here with you to help you move through these uncomfortable feelings. And all of you people who have been following me for a while know that I talk a lot about feelings and a lot about emotions and how we can actually help our child manage through them. Okay, so one way to build secure attachment is to stay calm, is to be there for your child. Okay, so the other thing that I really, really want to talk about when it comes to secure attachment is that a lot of people think that attachment parenting, i.e. having your child consistently with you always, equals secure attachment. Now, of course, that can help with secure attachment, possibly. I haven't done all the research into it, but it doesn't necessarily equate to secure attachment because you can have your child with you all the time and they can still not feel comfortable with coming back to you all the time. There's a fine difference there. If you're someone who has always got your child with you, that's great. They might vote you're their safe space. That's really, really good. But if depending on your reactions, you might not actually feel like a safe space for them. So if you're someone who is, expecting a lot of your child, and you get annoyed when your child doesn't do things like you expect them to, and you use language that they might feel puts them down, even though you might not see it as that, or you might just go, oh, that's just something I said. Sometimes what we say can really make our child feel quite small and quite embarrassed maybe, without us even realizing. Okay, so if we can be a bit aware of what our child is feeling and cater our responses to that, and I don't mean mollycoddle them, I mean cater our responses so that they are treated with respect, they're treated with empathy, they're treated with everything that we would expect out of a normal human relationship. If we can actually help our child through that, that is when they will start to go, my parent is an emotionally safe space to come back to. Okay, they're probably going to be annoyed about something, but they're going to still treat me with respect. They're not going to put me down. They're going to actually still support me, even though they're going, that was a dumb idea, right? And that leads me a little bit into the older child. So we're going to move from toddlers, moving up to sort of 5-year-old, 6-year-old. When you've got a child of that age, they're trying to get out, they're trying to find their independence. They're trying to sort of get out from under your skirts, for want of another way to say it. They're trying to move away from being so independent on you, but they're also quite often terrified of, whether or not they admit it, they're quite often terrified of actually moving out into the big old world by themselves. And they need to come back regularly and come and check in with mum or dad or whoever their safe person is. So secure attachment parenting means that you're okay with that. Now, it's hard, and we've just gone through a week of it with one of my kids, okay, because we've started school again and all those things. It's really hard to do that as a parent when you feel drained, like everyone's already sucked you dry. But secure attachment is so worthwhile, because you know that your child feels comfortable, and they are then more confident. They're then more able to be empathetic with others. They've then already had their cup filled a bit themselves, their emotional cup, their love cup, if that's what you want to call it. They've had that filled more, which means that they are more able to respond out of that to their friends and to their teachers and to you and to, siblings. If you have been able to create that space with your child to go, it's okay if you feel sad. I'm going to be here. I'll see you back here later, and you make sure you're back there. Okay, you do what you say, you keep your word as much as you can. We all have moments, but as much as you can, you try and keep your word, okay, with your child. That means you are building a culture of trust with your child. Now, if you are someone who works in a workplace with a lot of other people, if you're someone who works in a team at all, if you're someone who's in a relationship that is based on trust, you will know how important that trust is. If that trust is broken, it can take a little while to build back up. Now, to me, secure attachment parenting is basically all about trust. The child is trusting that you are going to be there for them, and that's it. When they're having their big moments, when they're having their angry moments, when they're having their my friends don't even like me moments, when they're having their I don't want to go back to school today, Mum, because I won't be with you moments. Okay, being understanding and empathetic in those moments. And I don't mean letting them just do whatever they want. I mean going, you know what, I understand what that's like. You know what, I actually know what it's like to not feel 100% confident right now and just sort of not want to leave my comfort zone. That's okay. That's okay to feel that way. It doesn't mean that you don't have to still do something, but I can give you a hug first, and then I can do my best I can to help you out, which might include something like giving them a kiss on their hand. I'm thinking of my 5-year-old. Giving them a kiss on their hand and saying, you can hold on to my kiss all day, and I'll see you tonight when you get home. That might mean sending a special note in a lunchbox. That might mean saying to your toddler, you know what, that's okay. You can have a go at that. You don't have to, but if you want to, I'm going to be right behind you. Okay. It can mean have a try at that new thing. And if it doesn't go right, we'll just work it out. All right. It can mean talking to your 8-year-old or your 10-year-old and saying, oh, I'm sad that that friendship has just had a not great week. What can we do about it? Let's have a bit of a chat. Let's do a bit of a conversation back and forth, just you and me. And let's work out what we can do next time, or what you could try next time to make sure that your friend hears what you've got to say, or to make sure that your friend is actually listening to you. So secure attachment parenting doesn't end when they're little. It's not the same as baby wearing. Okay. It's not the same as just, expecting your kids to just grow up and that's that. Okay. Secure attachment means that you're building trust and connection with your child regularly. It means that you are listening to them. It means that you are respecting them. And it means that you are helping them feel equipped to go out into the world, be themselves, and have someone or some people who are going to listen to them and actually value their contribution when they don't feel 100% on top of things. Now, I don't know about you, but that's what I do for people as a coach, right? They're for people because they go, I don't know what to do now. Okay, cool. Come, let's chat about it. Let's talk about it. Let's go, okay, well, how are we going to pull that apart? What can we do? This is a safe space. It's okay. Okay, someone's got your back. And that's what kids need to feel like. That's what our kids need to feel like from us. If we are doing secure attachment parenting well, that's what we're going to be feeling. They're going to be feeling. They're going to be feeling like even when things go really badly wrong, mum or dad are going to love me anyway. They might get cross, but they're going to love me anyway. They're going to not put me down. They're going to not disrespect me. They're going to not treat me like dirt because I made a bad decision. They're going to go, ugh, how are we going to work this out together? And for me, that is secure attachment parenting moving forward. And it still goes on into teenage years and onwards, in my opinion. But secure attachment parenting, how are you going about it? Is it something that you want to hear more about? Is this something that you're interested in, that you're passionate about, that you want to know how to do? Okay, secure attachment parenting is one of the things that I am super passionate about. I am a life coach for parents. I love working with parents to talk about how they feel about that. Were you secure attachment parented? Okay, were you treated like that as a child, or is that something you felt like was really, really missing and you want to provide that for your kids? Let's chat about it. Let's talk about it. You can email me at thecherishcommunity@gmail.com. Okay, and apart from that, I'm at thecherishmumspace.com as well. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope this has created food for thought for you. And otherwise, have a beautiful day, guys. Lovely to chat to you. I'm Miranda from the Cherish Mum Space Coaching and can't wait to see you next time. Bye.